in the mat manual is because I feel like it's such a great tool. It really comes more from the physical therapy side than the Pilates side, but a lot of people have adapted it to Pilates. So these exercises are actually physical therapy exercises.
Oh, okay.
I don't think enough physical therapists even use the roller. I really feel like it's a great tool for posture, more than, probably that's what I use it for more than anything else. It opens up your chest, but then the other nice piece of it is it gives people a lot of feedback on what they're actually doing with their abdominals. So if they're able to stabilize on the roller when we do the balancing work, we know that they're using the correct muscles in their trunk. It also is, those are the same muscles you are going to use when you're up walking around and moving through space and sitting and standing, and so picking something up. Those are the same muscles that we want firing. So it actually puts it in it's a very functional tool, I feel like. So that's why I thought it was really great and important, and so that's why it's in here. So let me show you, and you can, I don't know if you want to watch and then try, or if you want to do with me. So on here, right, you want to get them on so the tail is supported, the back of the head is supported, and I usually tell them that when they first get on the roller, the place that they land is their perfect posture, right? So this is my perfect posture. I have pressure on my tail, there's a space in my low back, I have pressure across my thoracic, and there's a space in my neck, and then the pressure on my head. So ideally, if I could move through space in this position, also the shoulders open because then I don't have support behind it on the roller, but if I could move through space in this position, I'd be in perfect posture all the time.
Okay.
Right? So I like to tell them that this is how I want you to move in this posture. And everybody always laughs, but it's true. That's how I want them to move. So breathing in neutral spine, you can practice that here. It's the same thing as on the mat. Spine stays still. Take a breath in, exhale, tightening. Right? This is just exactly the same. Shoulder slaps. I'll take you through all of them, and then I'll have you try them.
Okay, that's okay.
So shoulder slaps. I start in that door frame shoulder position, so my shoulders are down. I'm going to inhale up. Release, right? Inhale up, release. So you could modify that for somebody who has a sore shoulder to just inhale and slowly release. They don't have to slap down, but the slap is kind of nice, just release. So for the arm reaches, you're exhaling back, right? And I'm keeping that rib here. I'm not opening, right? I'm keeping that, and that's because I want to stretch the lat, right? And then back up. So I'm exhaling, alternating arms, reaching, and the palms this way makes the shoulder gives the shoulder a little more space, so I'm not pinching on my shoulder tendons.
Okay.
Right, and then I can do both arms together. Right, keeping this engaged, and then up. Pec stretch. I'm going out to the side, and I tell people to just relax and hold. They should feel the stretch in there. Anybody who works at a computer is going to be like, oh my gosh. Right? So from here, some people this is enough for their shoulders. Other people can take more, and if they can take more and don't have an injury in the shoulder, you can come down and do the angels. They call them angels in the snow, and flip over, right? And sliding down around, hands come up together. Here, turn pinky side down and bring them back down. And then I usually tell them to find the place where they feel the tightest and hold there for a stretch, right, as they come through. Then from there, we go palms down on the floor, and we go to, I call it dead bugs. So one leg up, opposite arm up, and you're exhaling out. So here, I want to contract here, but I don't want to flatten, right? I'm just tightening. The mistake people make, often they go down here. Here, I'm not working anymore in here. Like I'm just hanging out there. So I don't, and my back actually arches a little bit more. So I don't really want their leg low. I want it up and level with that, and I want my arm reaching. So I want that energy, and then I'm going to come back in. Right? Once they can get that, this is where we really test them, is we have them try and hold both up, right, and move away. And you'd be surprised how many people cannot do that. Right? And this is what we're talking about, the postural muscles. But once they figure out transverse abdominis and that contraction, then they can hold this, and all of a sudden all the work you've been doing on the mat and trying to get them transverse, they get it finally.
Mm-hmm.
And so those are the basic ones with the roller this way, and then I have them switch. We put it behind the shoulder blades, so under the shoulder blades, hands behind the neck. If they have hair or hats, they need to get out of the way. You're going to lift up just a little bit off the floor, right? And I'm going to push this way, doing a little bit of a chin tuck. Come this way, opening up and stretching over, right? Going that way. So it's meant to be thoracic spine. So if I get too low, it's uncomfortable. And then I can really go up to the top of the thoracic spine, relaxing over. You could even allow them to rest back here if you want for another stretch. And so that's thoracic mobilization.
How do you articulate the placement of the roller now? Because I find that it's like important.
Bra strap.
Bra strap.
Bra strap or just below the shoulder blades. Yeah, that's a good place to start it. And then if they are bent here, sometimes they'll get there and I have to adjust. You know, you can always walk the feet out or up a little bit if you need to. That's fine too. And then the last set is, I call it hips on the roller. This is something I actually figured out postnatal, right? And for my sacrum people. So it's a really nice way to stabilize the sacrum while you do it. So somebody who's wobbly in their pelvis, this actually helps fix the pelvis. So I get them in this position and I bring them up. The other thing it does is it helps people who have a hard time with the rib cage, contracting the rib cage. So I exhale, the first exercise I call it rib cage contraction. That's basically all you're doing is exhaling and having them pull the ribs together, right? So that they're holding tight in the upper abs. So somebody who cannot do a head up upper ab curl, this is a great way to do an upper ab curl with them, right? So let them inhale and then exhale, they're tightening down here, right? And then holding that contraction, if I do that first when I get in this position, and that also places my weight across the shoulder blades so my neck is free, right? I'm going to hold here and then I usually do a toe tap, right? So this stays and I can really work hard here to keep that scoop, right? I don't want to see their pelvis dropping. And then I have them take the leg down and stretch it out, right? So that's for the hip flexor stretch. So a lot of people mistake and go like this when they get to the hip flexor stretch because they want so badly to get the leg to the ground. You don't want them to do that. So you want them to go here first and then stretch off of it. And a lot of people won't get to the ground. That's fine. Right? I just happen to be really open in my hips, right? So I can scoop and get the leg down and stretch, right? And then I bring the legs up and I pull the knees to the chest and slide the roller out. Okay? So let's try those. The next roller exercise is lat stretch. Sitting on the floor with the roller in front of you, place your hands on the roller with the thumbs upward towards the sky. Take a breath in and on your exhale, roll the roller out so that the shoulders get a stretch, dropping the chest towards the floor. Tail up in the air. Inhale, rolling back in, and you can move the roller out for a bigger stretch, dropping the chest towards the floor.